Hey, Miles here, milesbeckler.com. This video is all about copywriting software. Specifically, you're going to understand what copywriting software is and why it's important today for current digital business owners. And then we're going to jump on the computer and you're going to get to see behind the scenes of the copywriting software that I use and that my team uses to help us publish more high quality, high converting copy faster than ever before. And that's really the challenge that digital business owners, affiliate marketers, course creators, coaches, anyone who's using kind of online business to grow their business. It's the volume of copy that you need and the quality of copy that's required that makes it really, really difficult. So first, let's talk about the volume of copy, okay? Well, you need your Facebook ads, your opt-in pages, your sales letters, you need your follow-up sequence, you need broadcast emails, and that's just to put out one quick test for one funnel. What if you have to test 3 or 4 funnels to find what really clicks with your audience? Well, therein lies the big challenge, right? If it takes you months and tens of thousands of dollars to get that copy created by a professional copywriter, it makes it prohibitive on how much time it takes and how much money it takes to run these kinds of tests. That's where copy software can come in, because it can not only help you get the level of copy delivered from professional copywriters, but it can help you get it quick, right? You can get all of the content you need for an entire funnel in about 60 minutes. Now, how do they get in these softwares the copy that's built on professional copywriting copy, okay? Well, this is the idea of copy blocks. Now, since way back, and we're talking the age of Eugene Schwartz, of David Ogilvy, I'm talking the greats of direct response advertising, they got it down to a scientific method. They got it down to the science behind what gets people to convert. The headline, the hook, the intro, and what they've been doing is using copy blocks, okay? And these copy blocks are all built together, and there's some words that need to get changed out within the copy blocks, but most of the great copywriters of yesteryear perfected the overall written sales page. And that's what copywriting software allows us to do. It allows us to pull all of these brilliant pieces of copy from the greatest copywriters who have ever lived, and then insert our audience, our avatar, their needs, their goals, our unique selling principle, whatever those few tidbits are. And the software does this for us. And that's really the magic and the opportunity. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump in and we're going to go through the process of actually creating some copy together in real time. There's a little tiny wait period that I'll be speeding up, but my goal is to not cut this so you can see exactly how quick this actually is, because I want you to think about how far along would your business be if you are able to test a new funnel every week. Right now, it takes most people months to build a funnel and launch and deploy something. But if you're testing every week and you get that iteration cycle going for you, you're going to speed up the process to finding that which converts for your audience. And that is how you make money in the business online. So let's jump on and take a look, okay? So here I am. It's at milesbeckler.com/copy pro is where you can access the software. But 2 things. Number 1, I'm absolutely an affiliate for this. And number 2, do not buy from the homepage, because as an affiliate, I know where to send you so you can get a 30% discount if you decide this is for you. But let's just kind of jump in and play with this for a minute so you can see how it works. Now, there's 3 key areas inside of here. This first part, which is where we actually sort through and we choose the copy. So you can see it's checkout pages, closing scripts, direct mail, email sequences, solo emails, headlines, opt-in pages, sales pages, webinar scripts, everything, okay? All the bits and pieces, VO sell scripts, upsell scripts, everything you need to do to grow and scale your business is right here. We also have projects. So if you're working on an autoresponder sequence, you can save that autoresponder sequence. If you then go in and create a webinar, you can save that webinar. Those are all under projects. And then we have the niches. Now, the niche is the most important part, and they have some pre-made niches built in that you're going to see in a minute. But ultimately, if they don't have yours pre-made in, there's an interview process. It walks you step by step and it asks you a series of questions. And in about 1 hour, you fill out all of the answers about your audience, your avatar, the things you've learned from my other videos, like my free customer avatar training that I put here online on YouTube, all of the insights that you have about them, you fill that in, and then the copywriting software can work for you. This will all make sense in a minute. I just wanted to show you the main areas that you need to focus within. So right here, the first thing we do is we're going to say, well, what do we need? Okay. So maybe you're like, okay, I'm ready for a new sales page. So I want to test a sales page, and then you choose, so I can what? So I can promote my offer with a sales page, and I'm going to select that. Now, right here off the bat, you can see that there's 7 sales pages right in here. So what I can do is I can sort them if I want to, right, by the focus, whether it's kind of conspiratorial, whether it's more focused on curiosity and intrigue, whether it's instructional in nature, motivational in nature. But honestly, with 7 of them, I would just scroll through and see which one I ultimately want. And if you want to tick the box next to several, you can open them all up together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the $50 million sales letter blueprint. This is literally John Benson. He's the copywriter who invented this. His copy has sold billions with a B dollars worth of online products. So I'm going to choose that one, and I'm just going to click Start Project. And then, well, it wants to give me the video, and I'm going to dismiss that, but I'm going to give it a project title. Next, it's going to ask me for what kind of a business do I want to use. So when I mentioned before that they have the quick start niches, these are all already pre-built niches, okay? So what they've done is they've come and filled out the pain points for your audience, the common challenges, the common objections, all of those bits and pieces on a wide variety from weight loss and survival to retirement, self-defense, real estate, personal finance, online course creation, numerology, marriage, digital marketing, diet, fitness, chiropractic coaching, all of it, authors, how to write a book, that kind of stuff. But I don't want to use that right now because I've already filled one of those out. But if I did use a quick start niche, it would kind of prompt me with what's already there, and I would fill in the blanks. Create a new one from scratch would take me inside of the actual niche creator, but just to save on time, I've already built out one here. So I'm going to click on choose a niche, and I've got this astrology one that I've already filled out. So I'm going to click finish. And it just takes a quick second, and you can see right here what it does is it literally pulls up an entire sales letter template that's already all filled out. Now, you can see there's parts that I have not filled out because honestly, I haven't gone through the entire 1 hour process of filling out the niche because this is astrology. That's not what I do. I'm not showing you the one I did for my niche because unfortunately, people on YouTube copy my stuff way too often. So I just kind of came up with a new one. But everywhere that you can see where there's the underlined portions, that's what the software tool has pre-filled in for me. And you can see as we scroll through this, I've got the bullet points, I've got the subheads, I've got 90+% of this sales letter already done. Now, you might be thinking, well, but if everyone generates the same sales letter, is that going to be problematic? Well, they have this regenerate button down here at the bottom, and you can regenerate it. And what it'll do is it'll actually rewrite that sales letter, and it'll make it completely custom to you. Now, if you're going through it and you think, well, this isn't exactly my bit, okay? Roughly 99% of Americans know their star sign, but very few understand what it means for their lives. You can just click on it. And obviously they have video trainings that are going to show you what to do, but I want to go beyond that. And I want to show you how easy it is to change and update things because I can just click on this and retype in what I want. I click the check mark and it updates. So right here, negative statistic, I can go in here and literally choose a new negative statistic and I can add in whatever it is I want in here. And obviously it needs to be very relevant to my people. But this is the fastest way I've ever seen and been able to kind of create a semi-custom sales letter template that requires a tiny bit of effort, right? We're talking minutes to get this thing finished instead of days or even weeks. And some people never actually make it all the way through. Now let's go back to the search feature here. I want to just kind of go back and start from the beginning. So one quick second. So now we're in the beginning and they have this quick start setup. So if you're brand new, you literally want to go through the quick start setup. And ultimately, it's going to allow you to click the checkbox, you click Start Project, and it gives you the ability to start a new title for your new project here. So I'm going to do dog training. And what I'm doing is I'm letting it pre-populate some of the main content for the dog training. So I'm gonna go down to dog training, which is right here. And obviously you would do this for your niche. And the cool thing is you only need to do this once, right? And this is gonna take a little bit of time. So I'm gonna fast forward this video, take a drink of water, and I'll come back once it loads the next page. And now we're in. About 30 seconds in order to get this done. And obviously it starts with the instructions on what we need to do, but really it just walks you through the process of filling out all of the bits and pieces. And this is why I didn't want to do it live with you on camera because, it's like enter your first name, enter your last name, choose your pronoun, he, she, whatever your pronoun is. And then we get a little deeper, okay? Then it wants to know about your offer. What's your offer name? What does it do for your people? Is it an ebook? Is it a book? Is it a video? And you just follow all of the prompts here to fill out all of the information. But something cool happens when you get to part 2. So that's only 6 steps on the basic quick start one. And when you go here, you can notice it's already built in, okay? Now they've filled out all of these part 2. They filled out most of the most of the pieces. Sorry, I was reading and speaking at the same time, but you can click on any one of these and you can change anything, right? So you can just switch it up to, okay, I want it to be struggle to train the dog. I'm going to choose that one instead. Boom, it now changes that here. We can put the complaint topic. You just literally fill in these blanks by just clicking on them. Now, at any point, if you click on here and you're like, well, I don't know what this is, well, you can click on the question mark. And then you click on video. And what happens is, this is where it's part coaching, because John Benson, who invented this, who I've used his copywriting software for several years now. This is not the first copywriting software of his that I've purchased. He actually comes onto this video and he explains exactly what this one thing is. So you know, so it's like he's sold billions of dollars of products through his trainings. Okay. And now he, a guy who's sold billions, is right here on my headphones teaching me what I need to do for this one little component. And there's hundreds of these videos. Every time there's something for you to fill in, you can always open up with a question mark, click on the video button to see exactly what is this thing? How does this fit? What do I need to put here? And you walk through the process. Now, I'm going to go show you real quick. So let me go ahead and click out of here. I'm going to go in and save this. So it's saving it. And now I'm going to go into the niches because that's the basic setup. Okay. That take you 15 minutes maybe to go through. Now I'm going to click into the dog training and you're going to see how deep this actually gets. And this is everything. Okay. Now I've been running this in another browser, so excuse the prompts on this. It walks you through every single component that you need to fully understand and fully fill in with for your niche, okay? You need to understand this stuff about your audience. And it prompts you here for each one. So what's the primary complaint of your dog owners? Well, if you don't know what that is, you can go into the video trainings up here and you can go through and it'll give you a tutorial on how to fill this all out. And it gets pretty deep, okay? So we go into the causes of the problems. We go into their goals, okay? Their primary goals, their secondary goals. We go into the different solutions. You fill this out once. Okay, it takes about an hour to go through the full process. And then once it's fully done, and I think you need to go through the full, you got to plan to dig in whether you're using one of their pre-made niches or you just fill it out for yourself. This is when the magic of the system can really open up because they have what they call the hyper funnels. Okay, so when I click on turnkey hyper funnels, so I can, let's say, promote my offer with a webinar. Okay, I'm going to click on that. And what it does is it's actually going to help me create in real time, super fast. I'm going to do the total webinar. Let's do the turnkey monster funnel. Actually, I'm going to start a project and I'm going to do Astro funnel because I'm going to go with that astrology one because I've already filled out most of the astrology one. I didn't actually fill out the dog training one. I choose that. It's going to give me the dog one that I also looked at, but this, I didn't save the dog. So there's the astrology one that I used. And it's going to take, again, just a little bit of time for it to build out. Now, what is building out is the Facebook ad, the opt-in page, the sales page, the follow-up sequence. It's all built out for me. What did that take? A matter of seconds. I didn't even speed that up. So we can see right here that we essentially have optional headlines and we've got our Facebook ads right here already pre-built. Now, everywhere you see the underline, that is what I've already filled in or what came pre-filled in based on their knowledge about these different niches. And you can see this is pretty much all filled out except for the 3 webinar promises. And I would just click and I would just enter what are my promises and I would save it from there. Now, I'm not going to do that with you on the phone or on the video right now, but the key for you to understand is we now have our Facebook ad. Then I go down here. Now, this is a 1-minute webinar style registration VSL. So what this is essentially a video sales letter script that's going to get someone to opt in. And you can see I didn't fill out the name or the authority nickname, but it's got all of the other key pieces. I didn't type these in. These were pre-built into the actual software itself. And you can see most of this is already done. And if I'm like, okay, well, what do I actually put in here? I don't know what to put down there in the niche dreams. Well, I click this button here. And again, I have a video where John is going to walk me through that exact component. If I'm confused with what the retail value is, which let's be real, that's a pretty easy one. I can go here and there actually is the value of it. It talks about the whole piece there for you. Then we got the webinar opt-in page, the longer opt-in page for the webinar. All of the copy is here for us. We can go look through, see essentially what's on this here. I need 3 bullet points and I'm done. I have everything else I need. Webinar promotion, emails, another email, the actual webinar itself, the most reasons why most people fail, the time vampire, the minimize risks through knowledge, like all of the bits and pieces that I actually need in order to truly launch this. It's all right here. It's all pretty much done. I entered a few key pieces And honestly, it goes from there. And this is the power. This is really it. And you can see, I mean, literally we're like on the countdown sequence in the emails. We've got the, let's see here, the VSL is going to be right here somewhere as well. Let me go Control F. Right there. So this is the actual webinar itself. It's all built into this. And that's really the key idea, is that you have help, right? Copywriting is the most important part of a digital business. When you get your ad, which is really easy to set up in Facebook, and it's really easy to get that ad in front of someone, it's really difficult to write the ad copy that's going to get that user curious, intrigued, interested, and ultimately to get them to click. And then when they click, they're going to land on a page, which is going to be your opt-in page generally, okay? Well, it's really difficult to create the words on the page. Creating the opt-in page, tying it together with your autoresponder, the click, and the funnels built, that's the easy part. The words on the page, to get them to convert 50%, 60% conversion rate on your opt-in page, that's the real actual challenge, okay? Then once they're on your email list, what do you send them as your follow-up sequence? Well, we can just go create and generate a follow-up sequence right here. So I'm going to go back to search, and I'm going to go ahead and just say that I want a email sequence. So this is a sequence. The solos are for single broadcast emails. So you have broadcast emails in here as well. So I can, well, what do I want to do with this? I want to get them on my webinar. So I can just type in webinar, right? Promote my offer with the webinar. Perfect. So now I'm just creating a follow-up sequence for that. Now, what you'll notice in here is there's several follow-up sequences in here, okay? So there's just different ones that I might not know which one I want to use. Well, I can go into the style, whether it's aggressive, baseline, soft. I can go into the length of them, short, medium, long, or I can go into the focus. And I could say, you know, I want one that's going to be, let's say, motivational in nature. Oh, these are the ones that are motivational because that's the type of person I am. So then what I can do is I can choose all three of them and I can go start project and I'm going to give it a title. Now this puts it in my projects, so it'll be there for me. And I'm going to use one of my niches, and I'm obviously going to choose. And you would just have one niche, right? Because you just build this out once. I've been testing this with different niches to fill out the different niches so I can create this video for you, just so we don't show my actual niche content and all of the data that I've gathered over the years. So here it is. This is literally the email sequence on this. It's built in. I can just go straight from here. Okay, and I essentially just fill in the blanks as needed, put in my signature sign off, but it's already pulled in what I'm offering. It's already pulled in the different bits and pieces that I need. It obviously shows me that I need to put a link to my testimonials, but you can see that all of those emails are right here. Now on the left, you notice Max Webinar is the first one. So when I scroll down, we're going to get to a point where the Max Webinar stops, and that's instructions. Okay, so this is the Rapid Crush webinar promotion. So this is a different promotion. Okay, that we would go through, and I would say, all right, which one do I actually want to use is ultimately what I'm after. And then down at the bottom, we can go into the which camp will you belong to. And maybe you're like, I like that one, but I'd like a little different version. You click regenerate, and then it completely changes it around. So you have a completely unique version. And this is the game, right? Deploying more offers more often is ultimately the key to your success. Now, the last thing is, where can you save 30% on this if you're interested? And I'd like you to hear from the kind of creator himself, John Benson, who I've been on the phone with the guy. I kind of know him personally, and ultimately he's a really good guy and he's a brilliant marketer. Well, if you go to milesbeckler.com/hyperfunnels, you'll get access to this webinar here. And this is a training series. Him and my buddy Kurt Molly go through the process and they explain everything. He's even better at showing how this works than I am. And at the end of this is where you can get the option to get access for 30% off if this is something that you want. I can tell you right now that just purchasing lifetime access to this was so drastically less expensive than the $12,500 I spent to have one video sales letter written that didn't perform as well as the text letter my wife and I wrote ourselves. Pretty humbling when that sort of thing happens. And that's where I learned for sure, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that more tests are ultimately the key. So how quick can we deploy these tests, and how often can I get them out without having to spend thousands upon thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars just to deploy a test? Well, this software is currently the biggest kind of trick up my sleeve that I've personally got. And now you have learned about it here. The links will be in the description below. I believe I have a link directly to the checkout page as well if you want that. If I have that, that'll be in the description. Any questions about the software, go ahead and get at me in the comments below. I'm happy to help and answer as I have free time. But ultimately, I just want to see you have everything that you need in order to create the business of your dreams online. And if you're selling coaching or courses or a membership, or if you're doing webinars, or if you're leveraging digital marketing, you're running Facebook ads, you've got video sales letters, opt-ins, and email follow-up sequences, I really think that for the price that this thing costs, which is an absolute screaming deal, you can have a lifetime supply of copy that's going to allow you to test and iterate to ultimately find that offer, that messaging, that funnel structure that finally works for your audience. So you can create a scalable business that will start generating the profits you need to kind of free you from that financial game. It's all based on your ability to compel people to take that next action. Get the Facebook users to click to go to your opt-in page, to get those opt-in page visitors to click and join your list, to get the people on your list to go watch your webinar, and to get the people on your webinar to actually go purchase your thing. And they even have templates for checkout page copy, etc., etc. I hope this has been helpful. I appreciate you. I look forward to connecting with you on the next video. Until we meet again, be well and go forth, create some awesome funnels and some awesome offers for your people. Cheers.